Okay, so as you can see, situation from the given figure shown, we are given in the figure a beam now with a hinge support at A, and then at C meron parang vertical member which is supported naman at the bottom by roller support. Okay, and there are two loads P1 and P2, and in this problem we are given the moment diagram. So, first question, find the value of P1, next find the value of P2, and then last find the maximum shear at point B. So, pinapahanap yung maximum shear sa point B. So now, to answer this question, no, or to answer this problem, we have to make use of the moment diagram in combination with the load diagram. So ito yung load diagram natin. And of course, sa problem na to, missing yung shear diagram, no? Now, how can we take advantage? So first of all, alam natin yung moment sa point na to. And that is 64. And then alam din natin yung moment sa point na to, which is 3.5. And so far, we know the reaction at A, no? So maliban dyan sa reaction at A, meron din tayong reaction dito sa C, which is also unknown. Okay? Now, to solve for any of these unknown, of course, we can apply sa load diagram yung mga equilibrium equations such as summation of forces, x and y, tapos summation of moment, no? However, because we have three unknowns in the load diagram, that will not be enough. Okay? So dito, kailangan din pag-isipan, paano ba natin magagamit itong moment diagram na to? Now, as you can see, dahil ito ay merong overhang na member, we can actually utilize this. If we would apply method of section, no, for the member CD, so for example, I will cut at point C and only consider yung right side, ito. Let's see what happens, no? So, bali, this is going to be free body diagram of member CD only. Okay, so ito yung itsura ng CD. This will be your P2. Okay, and then this is 4 meters. Okay, and if based on the moment diagram, lumalabas that ang moment dito, kasi meron ditong force eh. So meron ditong reaction eh. So actually reaction dyan, ayan. So meron dyan reaction. And then meron din ditong moment. Okay, so moment at C. Okay? So sa case na to, from the moment diagram, nakikita natin na ang value dapat ng moment na to ay equal dito sa moment na value dun sa moment diagram, which is actually 64 kilonewtons. And with that, we can say that MC is equal to 64. Okay? So ito nga pala yung point C. Ito naman yung point. Okay? Now, dito, to solve for P2, we can apply summation of moment. So, summation of moment at point C is equal to 0, assuming counterclockwise is positive. So, we will have MC, which is counterclockwise. Mamaya paliwanag ko kung bakit naging counterclockwise yan. And then plus P2 times yung moment arm is 4 is equal to 0. And whatever this may be, or actually, yan na rin yung P2 eh, no? Pero whatever that may be, dahil dito tayo nag-moment, so wala siyang moment, no? So that's the idea. And from here, we can say that, so lagyan natin ng value, no? 64 to plus P2 times 4 is equal to 0. So therefore, we can first solve for P2. And that is 64 divided by 4. That gives us 16 kilonewtons. Okay, and actually, ito yung sagot natin sa pangalawang tanong. Okay, so that is number 2. Our answer is letter C. Now, going back here, bakit ko nalaman na ito ay counterclockwise? Dalawang dahilan. Una, Kasi 'di ba parang meron ditong reaction moment reaction dapat. Kumbaga parang fixed support to. Tapos as you can see, yung P2 lang naman yung kailangan niyang kontrahin. So yung P2, ang rotation niya, clockwise. So dapat yung kukontra sa kanya, counterclockwise. That's one explanation. But maliban doon, even if we cannot really distinguish kung ano ba yung direction ng moment nito, all we have to do is to look at the bending moment diagram. So on the bending moment diagram, as we can see, ano kasi siya eh? Negative. No? Negative bending kasi siya. So kapag negative bending, meron tayong sign convention na sinusunod from the load diagram na kung saan kapag yung applied moment doon sa load ay counterclockwise, that is negative, no? And kapag naman yung naka-apply na moment doon sa load diagram ay clockwise, that will be considered to be positive. Okay? So that's one explanation because of the predetermined sign convention. Third explanation, no? Kahit hindi mo alam, itong predetermined sign convention na sinusunod natin sa pagdodrawing ng moment diagram, makikita natin kung ano ba yung effect nitong force na to doon sa beam na to, sa portion ng beam na to. And yung effect niya is actually negative bending. Bakit? Kasi ibe-bend niya, no, ibe-bend nitong P2, no, yung beam natin sa ganitong paraan. So if I may just copy, we will set this as a fixed support. As we can see, i-bend niya yung beam natin sa ganitong paraan. Okay, and as we can see, this is a negative bending. Okay, meaning, meaning, although hindi naman relevant dito, no? Meaning, yung nasa ibabaw ay under tension and yung nasa ilalim ay under compression. So, ibig sabihin, dapat yung moment reaction dyan, baliktad pag para makontra yun. Okay? So, negative bending dahil ito ay negative. Okay? So, that's another explanation. No? So, that's the idea and that's our answer for number 2. So, now that we have the value of P2, so alam na natin na yung P2 ay 16. So, going back here, so we can simply apply equilibrium equation. No? So, lagyan ko na to ha. Ito ay nalaman na natin na 16. Okay, so dito, to solve for P1, we can just apply summation of moment at C para hindi natin to kailangan isolve. No? Taking summation of moment at C, na nasa baba, from the load diagram. Okay, so taking summation of moment at C is equal to 0, assuming counterclockwise positive. So we will have the reaction, ito, which is clockwise, so negative. The moment arm of 3.5 from C ay ito, which is 10 plus 6 or 16. Okay? And then we have P1. The moment arm of P1 is 6. Ito. Okay, and then its rotation is counterclockwise, so positive. And then lastly, we have P2, which is 16. The moment arm is 4. Ito. And the rotation would be clockwise, so minus. So therefore, P1 can be calculated as okay, 20 kilonewtons. So that's our answer for number 1. So 20. Next, find the maximum shear at B. So pinapahanap naman yung maximum shear sa B. So para ma-compute yun, dahil kompleto na naman yung load natin, ito ay 20 kilonewton. So pwede na lang natin i-drawing yung shear diagram. Okay? Pwede na natin i-drawing yung shear diagram. So dito ko na drawing yung shear diagram. I think nakikita naman. So actually, ang tinatanong lang ay shear sa B, no? So kahit hindi natin kunin tong RC, pero pwede naman masolve yan, no? Pero kahit huwag na natin kunin kasi sa B lang naman yung tinatanong. Okay, ito yung shear diagram. Okay, so starting off with 3.5. And then pagpunta dito, 3.5 yan. Okay, and then 3.5 minus 20. So that's negative 16.5. Okay, tas nandito ay ang presuming na ano to, 16. Kasi pagdating dito, 16 siya. So yan. Ito yung shear diagram natin. Okay? And ang tinatanong naman, what is the maximum shear at point B? So as we can see, dalawa yan eh. Yung sa left side niya, 16.5. Yung nasa right side ng B, 3.5. So mas malaki to. So our answer would be 16.5. All right? And that's how we solve this problem.